Hello everyone, this is Little Black Dragon, and you are watching another installment of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Dwarven Commoner Edition. In our last installment, we went to the Diamond Quarter and found our sister Rika! Yay! And you know what else? She's a mother now and has moved into a noble's house. Yay! But in an interesting twist of events, the noble's house she has moved into is House Iduken, the same house of the late King Endrin, who passed away. And her child's father is in fact Prince Balin, one of the two candidates vying for the throne of Orzammar. There is suspicion against him because some people think he might have poisoned his father, and been responsible for the death of his brother. Now, as a aside, if you play the Dwarven Noble Origin, you actually know that the part about killing his first brother Trian is actually true. But regardless of what happens, you don't really know whether he's responsible for his father's death or not. And my character doesn't actually know whether he's responsible for Trian's death, so it's not really possible to know what this guy is like unless we meet him. And on top of that, I mean, since he's a part of the family that has taken in my sister Rika and is the father of her child, I'm pretty compelled to support him over Harrowmont. And honestly, I don't know jack squat about Harrowmont either, except that he's a lord. And apparently one of his supporters, which we're going to try and sway to Balin's side, is in favor of being nice to casteless people, so all things considered, I think we're going to support Balin regardless. Anyway, if he winds up being pro-casteless, which he probably is if he's taken a liking to Rika, so, and we don't really know much about Harrowmont. Anyway, let's talk to Dulin Ferender and get on with the show, shall we?
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Ferender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against a blight.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
What do you want me to do? Denounce Balin publicly?
If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
I'm trying to get... No! I'm trying to say no! Do you want me to find out why your fighters dropped out?
That would be enlightening. Though I hope you won't pry too deeply into things they don't wish revealed. If you wish to show your loyalty, enter the proving as his lordship's champion. With your order's reputation, I've no doubt the ancestors would favor your arm.
And this is to be your king. One who cannot keep his own men from running like frightened children.
Lord Harrowmont does not use threats or intimidation to motivate his men. He leads by example.
Ah, I see. So it's his example they follow as they cower from this Prince Balin.
How dare you slander Lord Harrowmont?
Why should we ally ourselves with someone too scared even to grant us an audience?
I see what you mean.
Were I you, I would seek a stronger king than this Haramont.
Surely you don't mean Balin.
I'm sorry, but I can't support you.
Then you and I have nothing more to say.
And I'm kind of tempted to agree with Zevron here. I mean, if this is really not a time to be a coward, so... And I'm helping my sister, so F you, man. F you. And you know what? I have a feeling the documents I've been given are forged. Just a hunch. Just because he's like, I'm not telling you where I got these documents from. So, yeah. But, you know what? I've done dirty dealings as a castless before, so I don't care.
News of the hour. Support Lord Haramont at your own peril. Darkspawn will overrun Orzammar within the year if he becomes king. Experts say.
Oh, is that so?
Going.
I want that wall carving codex. And you must be Lady Dace.
What do you want? Are you one of those tiresome noble hunters? Neither my sons nor I are interested.
I am Gilda, a Great Warden.
Ah, such a noble profession. Cleaning up whatever darkspawn stragglers make it to the surface. You must be very proud.
Are you Lady Dace?
I am. And what business would you have with me?
You might want to look at these papers.
Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it.
Where is he? I'll bring these to him.
He is leading a deep roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient thaig. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt.
Sure, I'll go tell him.
Thank you. He was searching an old Idukan site. He left me with this map, in case his expedition never returned. I'll give you a pass as well. Usually, no one is allowed past the front lines. Good luck.
Sounds good. And the next guy we'll be looking for should be in Tapsters.
Grey Warden arrives in Orzammar, undoubtedly to offer assistance to Lord Haramont.
Actually, no.
So the closer you live to the surface, the higher class you are. Unless you're actually on the surface.
I see what you did there, Alistair.
It'll be 2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone, Ogren. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapsters and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teat? Ha! I'll...
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman. Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
Who is Ogren?
Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Branka. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino.
What happened?
All Mino's son said was how unlikely it was that a bunch of smiths would return safely from the deep roads. Which is true. Ancestors preserve us. That's what the warrior caste is for. But Oghren claimed it was an insult to a paragon. Next thing, they're in a duel to first blood to defend Branka's honor, then Oghren starts screaming and runs him through.
Is that what you two were arguing about, Branka?
It's been 2 years since Branka left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Oghren wants to keep risking lives searching.
Why does Oghren care so much about Branka?
She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him.
She was married to that drunk?
Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith. And Oghren was one of the best warriors of his generation.
How did she become a paragon?
She invented a smokeless fuel that let the smith caste increase their output by nearly 1/3. Deaths from the Black Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a paragon. They moved Branka, Oghren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name.
Why did Branka go into the deep roads?
Chasing some old treasure. She was quite secretive. Outright rude, really. She said she never asked to found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn. She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her.
Really? I should get going now.
If you see any guardsmen, tell them Oghren was at it again.
Alright. Back to the commons, then. And so, we learn a little bit about Paragon Branka and her husband Oghren, who we no doubt will meet up with later. I hear a nug!
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses. What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia?
There's a nug.
Providing for protection. It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens. That no one decides to just burn everything in your store. My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia to get the money.
Alright, let's turn this into...
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell.
I've got a nug for you right here.
Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
Sounds good. Anyway, let's go to Tapsters. To the bar! But first we're gonna do party banter. And then we're gonna cut the video off.
Why are you smiling like that? You look suspiciously like the cat that swallowed the pigeon.
Canary.
What?
I look like the cat that swallowed the canary.
I once had a very large cat, but not my point. My point is, why are you smirking?
You were watching her with great interest, I might add. In fact, I believe you were enraptured.
She's our leader. I look to her for guidance.
Oh, I see. So what guidance did you find in those swaying hips? Hmm?
No. I wasn't looking at, her hind quarters.
Certainly.
I glanced in that direction, maybe, but I wasn't staring. Or really seeing anything, even.
Of course.
I hate you. You're a bad person.
One of my favorite conversations in the entire game. And this is part of why I love romancing Alistair, because of all the awesome conversations that come out of it. Anyway, sadly, folks, we are out of time. But I will see you all in the next installment of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Dwarven Commoner Edition. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite, whatever suits your fancy. Thanks for watching.